From Television City in Hollywood, it's Card Shark. Here's the host of Card Shark, Bob Eubanks.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, and hello, everybody, and welcome to Card Sharks. Before we meet our two very nice contestants, I want you to say hi to our two very nice dealers. They're with us every morning, and I want you to say hi to the lovely Lacey Pemberton and Susanna Williams. How are you today?
Good, fine.
Good.
Fine.
Tell me something new.
Your suit.
I have a new coat. Do I look summery?
Very.
Yes. Tomorrow I'll wear red, and I can deal the red cards.
Oh, is that it?
Okay.
Oh, you want my job?
Yes, I do.
Oh, great.
Go deal the cards out, will you please? And let's meet our two Card Sharks. Here they come. Oh, Andy.
Hi, Bob. How are you?
Well, I'm doing just fine. You look rather spiffy today yourself.
Thank you very much. Glad to be back.
$3,700. Not bad, huh?
Pretty psyched about it.
You bet. You're pretty what?
Psyched.
Oh,
That's
psyched.
an Eastern word.
Psyched is an Eastern word?
Yes.
Wonder what they say in the West.
Rad.
Well, yeah, we're rad out here, yeah. And we're chilled out about the whole thing. I want you to know that.
KB. Kicked back.
Okay, beat. Oh, yes. Excuse me. I thought you had something, okay? Tell us about Andy.
I'm Andy Sukoff. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I'm going to be Boston University Law School in the fall, and I enjoy cooking, sports, and Chinese food.
Cooking, sports, and Chinese food.
Good combination.
That's a heck of a combination. Welcome back to our show.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Sherry.
Hi, Bob.
Sherry, the other day, she won a question, thought she'd won $100. Got to win a
Worth a
game.
try.
Got to win a game, though. Tell us about Sherry.
I'm Sherry Tomlinson, and I'm a retired hairstylist turned professional mommy and housewife, and loving it.
Well, that's great. You have one?
I have one
How many going to have?
so far.
Uh-oh, working on two.
We're working on it.
3.
We're working.
Higher.
Practice makes perfect, Bob.
It certainly does. Let's go on. You've cut the deck, you know, and Susanna's drilled them out right now. We're going to pick it up where we left off yesterday. We're in the middle of our first game. I was ready to ask the third question. You win 2 games, and you know what happens. You're the champ, and you play for the big money. So good luck to the two of you. Andy, here's a question for you. Remember, this is the third question in game 1. Andy, we surveyed 100 bachelors, and we asked them, have you ever changed a baby's diaper? How many bachelors said that they have?
Well, I'm a bachelor, and I've never changed a baby's diaper. I think I would be a little scared to until it's your own, getting up to your elbows in it. But I think there's probably some uncles or nieces or nephews that have changed a baby's diaper, so a low number, probably around 28.
You tell me 28 out of 100 bachelors have actually changed a baby's diaper. Sherry, higher or lower?
Oh, I know my husband has a child, and he's married, and he hates to change diapers, so I don't think if they could get out of it any way they could, I think they would get out of it.
Well, you sleep right through that night when they're yelling and screaming. I mean, you
He
make up
does.
all the excuses in the world not to do it. Believe me, you do.
Yeah, I believe you. My husband does it.
Higher or lower than 28, then?
28, that's a low number. I think it's going to be just a little bit higher.
A little higher than that. All right, the actual number of bachelors who have changed a baby's diaper is 55. Yeah, Sherry, you're right. Now, Sherry, when last we met, you're going to get rid of the 8, sure. You froze on the 8. We'll get rid of it. The card is now a 7, and you have to play.
Okay, and higher.
Higher than the 7. Come on, be there. No, it's not. That means that, Andy, you get a free shot at the cards playing off the 8.
I'm going to go higher than the 8.
Well, let's see if it is. No, it's not. No one made any progress that time. Well, let's go on to another question. And as you know, on our show now, we have some very interesting questions dealing with a special group of people in our audience. So could we get those 10 people to come forward, please, in our audience? And as you can see, we have 10 women. They're all single. 10 women, all single. And nice to have you with us, by the way, ladies. Also, contestants, I want to remind you, this is sudden death. Someone must win the game, and the next play of the cards control is really what you're looking for. And, Sherry, the question is yours. Sherry, those 10 people down there, before the show, we asked them, have you ever lived with a man? By the way, we promised these women that the ones who said yes would not have to reveal themselves on camera. So I'll just ask the ones who said no to raise their hands, that's all. I mean, what the heck? How many of these 10 single women have lived with a man? Sherry?
Well, it's a good group there. They got everything you could think of.
I beg your pardon?
Well, you've got young, old, medium, you know, I mean. But I think these days, there's quite a few young ones, and it's kind of scary. You know, a lot of things are just kind of going around out there, and I think it's going to be... You never know, Bob.
I see. Huh. How many said they live with a man?
I think it's going to be a low number, and I think it's going to be 3.
3 out of the 10 said they've lived with a man. Will it be higher or lower than that, Andy?
Well, this is the second half of the 80s, Bob. And I think it's definitely going to be a little higher than that.
A little higher than that?
Some foxy women out there.
Sherry, let me tell you, if it turns out to be 3, you win $100 because you hit the number right on the board here. Let's find out. The actual number of these single women who have lived with a man is 5. You're right, Andy. It was higher. No, I won't ask. Thank you, ladies, very much. Okay. No. Should I ask them? No. They're all saying no. See the ones saying no? Those are the ones that have. Okay. Now remember, this is sudden death. Andy has control. Andy, you can change the 8, play it out. If you goof, Sherry wins the game.
I'm going to let Sherry.
You're going to pass it on to Sherry. All right, Sherry, you got to play off of the 7. Here we go.
Oh, okay, let's go higher. Come on.
Higher than the 7 besides the jack.
Okay, lower.
Lower than the jack. There's a king, and that means that Andy, you win the game.
You might do that to me.
So the strategy worked, Andy.
You worked.
You've got the first game and another $100. You got to win 2 games in order to become the champ. We'll pause for these words, and we'll be right back with game number 2 on Card Shark right after this. We have returned to Card Sharks. We're ready to begin game number 2. Susanna's dealt out the cards from the very same deck. Andy, if you win this game, you become the champion again. Sherry, you've got to try to keep that from happening. So good luck to the 2 of you. Here's our first question for you, Andy. Andy, we surveyed 100 men over the age of 80, and we asked them, did you ever have a full-time job that paid less than $5 a week? How many men over 80 said they've had a job that paid less than $5 a week?
I've heard some great stories from old-timers who are over 80 years old who say, you know, money went so far back then. I think it's going to be a very high number, 78.
78 out of 100. 80-year-old men said they've had a job paid less than 5. Sherry, higher or lower than 78?
Well, okay, my grandmother is only 72, and the story she tells me, it's like outrageous. They lived on nothing. So that's a high number, but I think it's just a little bit higher.
A little bit higher than the 78. The actual number of men over 80 who have had a job that paid less than $5 a week is 35. Lower than higher. Considerably lower. That's surprising to me. Andy, my friend, this is it.
Let's see it.
Okay, here's your card.
All right, I'm going lower.
Lower than the king. Yeah, 6.
I'm going to go higher than the 6.
Higher than the 6. 6. No. Back to the king you go, and Sherry, you get a free shot at the cards. You must play off this one. You didn't win the question, but look at that. Higher. Yeah, look at that. Lower. No. Oh. Those are bad cards.
Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome, Susanna. Those are just bad cards.
Right.
Try it again. Whew. Sherry was ready to win, wasn't she? Sherry, here's a question.
Okay.
Surveyed 100 bachelors, and we asked them, would you date an attractive woman who told you she had no interest in sex? Now, how many bachelors said they would date an attractive woman who had no interest in sex?
Well, speaking from my experiences with my husband when we were dating, that's all he had interest in, so I can't imagine he'd have dated me if I hadn't. But guys like, you know, hey, you know, guys like to see girls, like to be seen with a cute girl, you know, and they can make up stories like you wouldn't believe to their friends, so whether they
what your husband
get
did?
it
He
or
made up
not,
stories?
You know. My husband?
Did he make up stories?
I don't know if he had to. But this isn't me. But I
Does
think
your 72-year-old grandmother know about this?
No, she doesn't. Now she will.
Yeah.
But anyway,
How many bachelors said they would date an attractive woman who had no interest in sex?
I think it's a fairly high number, but not too high. I think it's going to be around 47.
47 out of 100. Andy.
I'm a bachelor, and I would like to think that you could talk them into it or something if you're interested. But I have to say how many would date them if they said they weren't?
No, you have to say higher or lower than 47.
Okay.
Yeah, the question is, how many bachelors said they would date an attractive woman if she had no interest in sex?
I'm going to say lower than that. I think it's lower than that.
If I was guessing, I'd say about 1/2 of 1%. Actual number of bachelors who would date an attractive woman who had no interest in sex is 61. Was it lower or higher?
I told you, Bob. They're egos. They're egos. I'm ready. Let's
You're
go.
ready?
Let's
Yeah.
go. I'm ready.
There's some sick bachelors out there, too. Only kidding. All right, Sarah, you ready?
I'm keeping that card.
You're keeping the
I'm
deuce?
keeping it. And
What's
I'm
the matter
going
with you, girl?
higher.
Okay, let's find out. Is it higher? Yeah.
Okay. I'm going lower.
Lower than the king. Whoop.
And I'm freezing.
Freezing on there. Okay. Well, she'll stay right there and keep Andrew away from those cards. We will pause for a couple of words, and we'll be right back to find out who's going to win game number 2. See you in just a moment.
Just watching. If you
Welcome back to Card Sharks. Whew. We're still in the middle of game number 2, and we are ready to go again. Andy, this next question is for you. We surveyed 100 people, and we asked them, have you ever been harassed by a bill collector? How many people said that they have been harassed by a bill collector? I said it both ways. That way I won't get letters.
I think you see a lot of that on TV and stuff about people coming and knocking on doors and stuff. I think that's going to be a fairly high number. 72 people have been harassed.
72 out of 100 people have actually been harassed or harassed by a bill collector. Sherry?
Well, this is sad, but from personal experience here.
You tell us another story about your husband?
Yeah.
That pervert?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good one because my kid still isn't paid off for. I mean, they're going to repossess him any day now. I just know the hospital wants him back.
They're going to come
But,
and pick up your baby.
It takes a long time for them to get mad at you and figure you're not really going to, you know, it's like they want their money, but they give you a good time, you know.
Who, the hospital?
No, just, you know, anybody. You
Oh, I
owe
see.
them something, they'll give you a little bit of time, and then they'll get you.
Yes.
Most people, I think, would pay it before they get too harassed, so I think it's lower than that.
So you're telling me it's going to be lower than 72. The actual number of people who have been harassed by a bill collector is 34. Yes. You're right, Sherry. Now, Sherry, you want to give her the 9?
I'm going to change that card.
Well, let's do it. The 9 is a 6.
That's 6. Higher.
Going on. Higher than the 6. Card's an ace. Yes, to win game number 2. You've done it. Right. Now, Sherry, you got $100.
I can go home.
Yes, you got
I thought you
$100.
would let me in.
Oh, listen, we're going to go on.
No.
No.
I
She
can
wants to
just
play
get
the
in- I can
tiebreaker.
just get in the door now.
Yeah, the next game is a tiebreaker game.
No.
3 cards, maximum of 3 high-low questions, okay? The winner of this game becomes the champ, goes on to play for the big money. Good luck to the 2 of you. Let's go right to our first question. And it also involves our 10 very lovely ladies in the studio audience. So, girls, if you would, please get into position. Okay. 10 women, all single, as we know. And before the show, we asked them, if you met a man you really liked, but he wore an earring in one ear, would you go out with him anyway? How many of these 10 single women would go out with a man who wore an earring in one ear? Questions for you, Sherry, I'm sorry.
Just waiting on you there, Bob.
That's all right, no problem.
Well, there's quite a few young ones, and hey, my dad wore an earring. And this is recently.
See, my dad wore 2 earrings, and we really worried about him.
Now, I wouldn't date a guy with 2 earrings.
No.
You know, one earring's kind of cool. It goes back to pirates, you know.
No, I
if
didn't
they were
realize
much-
that, no.
Yeah. If
Next
they,
would be peg legs.
If they lived... you
How
never
many,
know.
how many of the 10?
I think out of those girls, I think it would definitely be good 5.
5 of them. All right, Andy, higher or lower than 5?
I think this looks like it's going to be definitely higher.
Higher than that. If it turns out to be 5, Sherry, you win another $100. Actual number of these single women who would go out with a man who wore an earring is 10. All of them would. Ho-ho! Congratulations, ladies, and thank you very much for participating in our show. Andy, you have control. Let's go. Tiebreaker game. 3 cards away from winning the championship. Who will it be? 9.
I want to change that card, Bob. Get
All
rid of
right.
that 9.
9 is 6.
Higher than the 6.
Higher than the 6. There's a 4. Sherry, you get a free shot at the cards. You got to earn it, Sherry. Okay, Sherry, here's your card. 3.
Do I keep it? I have to keep it?
You have to keep
Higher.
it. Yes. Higher than the 3. It's an 8.
Higher.
She's going on. If it's higher, she's our new champ. No! Here we go again. Right back to that one, and we'll go to our next question. This one's for Andy. Andy surveyed 100 women, and we asked them, have you ever made love to a man even though you knew you were risking an unwanted pregnancy? How many women admitted they have risked an unwanted pregnancy?
I think there's times you get caught up in the heat of the moment, and one thing ends up leading to another. I'm going to say it's a high number, 74.
74 out of 100. Sherry, higher or lower than that?
Oh, boy. Girls, you know, it's like, for some reason, they always seem to think, well, it's not going to happen to me.
Yeah.
But that's awful high. I'm going to go lower.
Lower than that?
Lower.
The actual number of women who have risked an unwanted pregnancy is 47. You're right. It was lower, Sherry. All right, Sherry, the 3 is yours.
Keep that number and go higher.
Higher than the 3. There's a 9.
All right. Can I change that or keep
No, you can't change it.
Lower.
Going on. If it's lower, she's the champ. No! Andy gets a free shot off the 6. Andy, got to play it.
Higher than the 6.
Higher than the 6. There's
Yeah,
the king.
lower than the king. Lower.
If it's lower, you're the champ. Yeah! Congratulations to you, Andy. Sherry, you're a delightful lady. $100, some nice prizes. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you again. Okay, bye-bye. Come here, Andrew.
All right.
I'm going to go. All right. Yeah, please do. Back in a moment. He's going to play for the big money. We'll see you in just a minute. Welcome back now, champ. Let's do it again.
I want to.
You know all the rules.
I sure do. Let's
Money
go
you've won
for it.
so far is yours. On the bottom line, you have $200 to play with. Get to the next row. Heck, we'll add another $400 of betting money.
Thank you.
And that's quite all right, sir. $50 minimum bets each time. Also, you can change 1 card per line by choosing one of the spare cards that Lacey is dealing out. So good luck, Andy. Give the man $200. He's going to try to win thousands. Let's see if he can do it. All right, Andrew, this is it, my friend. There's a 6. Play it or change it.
Change that with number 3.
Okay, number 3. The 6 becomes a 10. A little bit better, and you got 200.
I'm going 100 lower than the 10.
100. Lower than the 10, your cards are
All right.
again. Now you got 300.
I'm going to go 50 higher than the 6.
50 higher, yeah. 350.
I'm going to go 100 lower than the jack.
100. Lower than the jack queen. No. Brings you to 250. Come up here, give you another 400. Played it just right. Now you have $650 and a queen.
600 lower than the queen.
600. Lower than the queen. Yep.
I want to change that with number 2.
You've used almost every 6 in the deck. You know that. All right. The 6 is now an 8.
All right. All of it lower.
Sure. Lower than the 8. There's a 7. 2,500.
Okay. I'm going to go 500 higher.
500, higher than the 7. Come on, Andy, we're rooting for you. Be
All
there.
right.
Is it higher than the 7?
Come on.
No!
That's all right.
It's
I'll
all
take
right.
that too.
You're at 2,000. Got to bet at least
all of
$1,000.
it. All of it higher. Yeah.
Yeah, for $4,000. You got it.
That's awesome.
Now things are looking up. There's $7,900 is total as of right now. We'll be back in a moment with more Card Shark. Right after this.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Thank you, Lacey.
What do we do now?
Now we're going to bring out a new contestant.
No, we're not.
Oh, sorry.
See, I didn't tell you all of them. What I got to tell you is that we're out of time for today.
I'll come back tomorrow.
Well, you will come back?
Absolutely.
Somehow I knew you would because your total right now sits at about 7,000. In fact, it doesn't sit about. It is 7,900.
That's awesome.
Right?
That's great.
And we will meet a new contestant tomorrow. So we must go. Until then, for Susanna Williams, Lacey Pemberton, Gene Wood, and the whole gang, I'm Bob Eubanks saying thank you very much for watching Card Shark. We had a good time. Hope you did too. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
It's the best poker on TV, hands down.
I'm all in.
The baddest bluffs. The sickest flops.
Unbelievable. You got a king.
The most tortured tilts. And the biggest pots. The best of high-stakes poker, including never-before-seen footage. Tonight at 8, 7 Central, only on GSN.
GSN.
The network for games.
Chance.